Natural gas may be more harmful to the environment than first thought. A study compiled by an environmental group shows leaks are causing serious damage.
Yet at the same time, some gas producers are disputing those claims. Denver 7's Megan Lopez takes us 360, all part of our goal to show you all sides to a story and the potential impact.
It's been dubbed clean gas, an alternative to coal that's better for the environment. A nickname trying to put a more positive spin on another name, one that rings with controversy: fracking. Natural gas has given the U.S. a strong new foothold in the energy sector and a future that's not totally reliant on foreign oil. Production of this so-called clean energy has increased dramatically in recent years, now accounting for between 20 and 30% of all American energy consumption, bringing in billions in revenue and creating hundreds of thousands of jobs. But a new study says leaks in the production process could be contributing to climate change. Here's a 360 overview of that study. The report is a compilation of 16 smaller studies by scientists from universities across the country, but the 19 co-authors are all from the Environmental Defense Fund.
We were in the field for actually 20 weeks in 13 different U.S. states.
CSU professor Anthony Marchese is one of those researchers. He took his equipment across the country to detect methane leaks at drilling sites and production facilities.
We went to about 120 of those facilities.
The study determined that methane is leaking from natural gas sites at an alarming rate, higher even than EPA estimates. Here's why that's concerning.
Methane itself is a much stronger greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide.
80 times worse, in fact, and too much of it speeds up climate change. The study found about 2.3% of all methane gas that's mined is leaked into the air, enough to power 10 million homes for a year, according to the EDF.
Once you get around 2 to 3%, then there's a risk that burning natural gas can actually be worse than coal.
On the flip side,
science is not one study.
The Western Energy Alliance, which represents natural gas producers, disagrees with that threshold.
Other scientists say it's more like 8% emissions than natural gas would reduce its greenhouse gas benefits.
Kathleen Skama says things are much better than the study suggests.
The industry has reduced methane emissions over 14% over the last several decades, even as we've increased natural gas production over 50%.
Not only has natural gas production boosted America's energy independence and its economy, she says it's also,
we're the #1 reason the United States has reduced greenhouse gas emissions more than any other country,
since we're not as reliant on coal. Skama says the study is out of touch with what's really happening on the ground and that the industry is constantly developing new technology to prevent leaks.
We want to capture as much of that as possible because that's the product that we sell.
Even some environmental groups disagree with the study, only they believe the number should be higher. But fixing the leaks can be more costly than that methane is actually worth. That's why supporters of the study say more local and federal regulations are needed.
But without those regulations, they're going to be a lot slower to adopt new practices and technologies.
While opponents believe those burdensome regulations have hurt Colorado.
Colorado was one of the first states to come out with methane leak detection and repair rules. And as a result, other states have learned from Colorado not to do it the way Colorado did it.
Now for a quick reality check. When it's collected correctly, both groups agree natural gas is better than coal because
we can't make coal burn differently, but we can make gas leak less. Right, so that's the hopeful part. If we know, then we can fix.
And both say more can be done to prevent methane leaks.
We can always do better, sure.
The question now is how to do it. Megan Lopez, Denver 7.
And that CSU field site featured in Megan's report is one possible solution. The one-of-a-kind area is dedicated to allowing natural gas and tech companies to test their leak detection technology, and that in turn helps minimize the amount of methane released in the air. Now, we want you to know that we are listening to you. So if you know someone who's impacted by this story, or if you're being impacted, email us at 360@thedenverchannel.com, and you can also send us a message on Facebook or Twitter.